Breakfast with Rakeem Omar
on BBC Radio WM.
Right, with the World Cup coming in Qatar, LGBTQIA plus issues in football are the topic right now. So we wanted to take a look at some of the teams that are tackling that right here in the West Midlands. So new sessions have launched in Birmingham to get people from those communities playing football, and they're called Football for All. And they'll run every week for the next 6 months after funding from Birmingham Pride. It's organised by the community club Birmingham Blaze. So our reporter Megan Jones went down there to find out what's been happening at one of the sessions.
Hi, I'm Tom Hogan from Birmingham Blaze. I've been a member for about 15 years. And for the last 3 years, I've been the club secretary.
Did you specifically look for a club like Blaze? And if so, what was the reason behind that?
I don't know if I was specifically looking for an LGBT football team, but when I saw that there was an LGBT football team, it did appeal to me. So I think the fact that there were like other gay people playing football, that was a massive pull factor, I guess.
The Football for All sessions have launched tonight. What's your thoughts on that?
We're hoping that it does attract a lot of people who are sort of in a similar position to me, where they maybe hadn't played football for a long time, or maybe hadn't ever really played football at school. They hadn't had the chance to do that. And this is just meant to be like an introduction to football, or get back into football in a safe and welcoming environment where they don't have to worry about some of the other things they might worry about if they were potentially interested in joining a team that wasn't as LGBT friendly.
How important is that kind of safe space and these sessions that are running?
I think that's a massive factor in why we wanted to have these sessions available to everyone and open to as many people as possible. LGBT people especially have like poorer health outcomes and all those sorts of things, so having an environment where they can take place where they can play sport is really important. You know, and also having the opportunity to make friends outside of the scene as well. That can be really daunting for people to do. So the chance to have that social interaction and, improve their fitness is a really good opportunity.
And you've had someone just turn up tonight who, you didn't know was coming, but how do you feel about the fact that they just kind of walked in and said, oh, is this the group?
That's really great. It's really, we wanted to make it as inclusive and as open and as sort of, there's no commitment. They can just turn up for 1 week and never come again. They can turn up 1 week, not come next week, come a few weeks later. There's no sort of like you must come every week or a scheduled program or anything like that. It's just, turn up and play, and, the sessions are open for everyone, and they're going to be really inclusive no matter what abilities people have got or what experience they've had of football in the past.
And these sessions come at an interesting time. How do you feel about the fact that the World Cup is taking place in Qatar?
I think it's disgraceful that it's taking place in Qatar, I suppose. Not just because of the LGBT rights issue over there. The way that it was awarded and the deaths of the migrant workers that have been taking place. I think the whole sort of tournament is sort of soured by all those sort of factors, really. And I think it's just not going to be a tournament that anyone will really savour, in my opinion.
Will you be watching the World Cup?
I think I will be watching it just because I love football and it's not something that I really want to miss out on, but I don't think I'll get the same sort of enjoyment as I would from previous tournaments, definitely not.
Some people might say there's a bit of a contradiction about the fact that we've got a session running behind us and then we're just talking to you about those World Cup comments.
Yeah, I guess so. We're open to everyone, so it doesn't have to just be LGBT people. But obviously, LGBTQ people do feel uncomfortable taking part in some areas of society where they've traditionally not felt welcome. In an ideal world, our club wouldn't exist really, and we wouldn't have to put these sessions on because people would be able to be themselves wherever they are in whatever environment. But, we're not there yet, and so we do owe it to the community to put these sessions on. Our society is not perfect, so we can't really sit here and say, well, Qatar is this, that and the other, when you're exactly right. Like our own society has got a long way to go as well.
If people are listening to this, they're at home and they think, I've missed the first session, what would you say to them about getting involved?
I would say just come down. You didn't have to be here from week one. There's not a 10-week programme or a 20-week programme or anything like that. Each week it's going to be different. It's going to be new people every week, different people. Come down, meet some new people, run around for a bit. The cold nights are here, so this is one way to keep warm, I suppose. And you'll really enjoy yourself, whether you've played football for a few years or whether you've never kicked a ball in your life. You'll come down and you'll have a really good time.
What's the one thing you love about this the most?
I think for the last few years we've really struggled to introduce new people to the club, really. People will come along for a week, and because people have played for a long time, it's put people off. So I think these sessions, introducing new people to a sport they've probably watched on TV but never really had the opportunity to play, I think that's going to be the really positive thing, that a lot of new people are going to get introduced to football.
Great, that introducing new people to football. If you want to find out more, you can search Birmingham Blades on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.